I did my hair today, but it's still not looking right. We'll get this set. What's good, y'all? It's Project Man. Today, as you can see, man, we got the mic. I found an adapter to connect to my phone, so now we can actually use the mic. And it actually, see how it's blinking when I talk? Hey, my bad if it's too loud. My bad if it's too loud. Turn that down. Hold on. Wait. Testing. All right, bet. All right, y'all. We can talk normally. Feel what I'm saying? Y'all should be able to hear me through the mic. I don't know what's better to position it this way. Yo, when I'm talking. I'm trying to think what's best. Hold on. Yo. Trying to think what's like loud and what's too loud. Cause on mine, this is like about right. Dang. Hold on, I might switch it back to when it was standing vertically like this. I'm doing all this right now because I was doing this before, but I'm just trying to get a feel to see what is better. Scooting in a little bit like that. All right. Yo. All right. Should be good. What's good, y'all? It's Project Man. Today, I don't know if I'm cutting that out or not. But what's good, y'all? We are about to. I might have one earbud out. We are about to talk about the fact that Bash in Berlin, Germany, man. We got to talk about what happened on the show, but not actually like, move by move or anything like that, but literally just talk about the show as a whole. And just how I thought about it. So, we were 5-0, clean sweep on predictions, man. And some people use the phrase now that such and such has the script, but I just say that I keep up with the show enough to know what the heck going on. But anyway, here we go. First match to start us off out of 5 matches was the WWE Championship match between Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens. Now, the story of this match was Kevin Owens going to go after Cody Rhodes' hurt knee? And it was late in the match, but Cody actually did show that in like the last 5 minutes of the match. He showed that vulnerability, like that knee was compromised. And basically the whole story was Owens talked about the fact that when he won his first world championship 8 years ago, the Universal Championship, people were only talking about, hey, he only won it because of Triple H. So basically saying there was an asterisk to his first world title win, and he didn't want to have any type of asterisk to his title win towards Kevin Owens. So basically he was conflicted on whether or not he wanted to go after the knee, because then it's like, oh man, is the crowd gonna say, well, if it wasn't for his knee being hurt, then he would have got the win. So he basically was trying to determine whether or not he wanted to go after the hurt knee, and he actually ended up doing it after or later on. He finally decided to go after the knee, but that contemplation, that hesitation, him having the second thoughts and everything, ultimately ended up costing him the match, and he got beat with a crossroads 1, 2, 3. Now we just if you're new to the channel, we just go over how we thought of the match, because it's everybody is probably telling you blow by blow what happened, and I'm like, but if you saw it, you saw it, But just telling you the story of the match, and that's what it was. Match was pretty good. I think I gave it like a 8, maybe 8.5. Nice opening match. It was one of those, like I said before in my preview, we know it's going to be a good match. These are two of the best in-ring wrestlers. They know how to work. They can do the moves, so it's not like we didn't think this match was going to be good. And the Germany crowd, shout out to them, man, overall was pretty hot for every match. Obviously they were hotter for some matches than others, but overall, the match, even the match you thought you wouldn't care about as much, they still gave it the proper attention. And I think that's another good thing about having 5 matches, is because it doesn't give the crowd enough time to just completely wear down. You know what I mean? It doesn't give them time to just be drained of all their energy. And obviously it gives the wrestlers more time to wrestle. Those are the two advantages of having only 5 matches on some of these PLEs, except for like WrestleMania or SummerSlam, you can get away with it. But for all the other PLEs, it needs 5 matches because it gives the wrestlers the proper time to tell their story. And especially if we're talking about the last match, that was crucial to have that time to tell that story. But anyway, match was good. I gave it about an 8.5 out of 10. And yeah, good match, good opening. Crowd was hot before they even actually did anything. So again, shout out to the Germany crowd, man. Y'all making us want to bring the show back over there. You know what I mean? But yeah, crowd was hot for that opening match. And hopefully Cody Rhodes can get involved in a storyline sometime soon. I'm not really wanting to see him in Solo again for Bad Blood. I don't know what he's going to do at Bad Blood. But, because Solo, I know he said he wanted the winner. But, man, I hope they can think of something. Because, honestly, right now, Solo and his group, they need to be all feuding with Roman Reigns right now. You would think that's their program right now. So, I don't know if they're going to do a thing where they're just involving themselves in multiple different projects. Or if it's just going to be Roman, or just gonna be Roman, or they're gonna have it to where they're feuding with Roman and Cody. I don't know, but we need some more exciting matchups for Cody Rhodes and some top heels. So whether that's Randy turning heel later on sometime soon, or Kevin Owens, as we thought might have turned at Bash in Berlin, just so that we have a reason to have them have a rematch at Bad Blood. And then it's like, okay, shoot, hold on, these are two friends that just broke apart at a pay-per-view or PLE, but they didn't decide to go with that. I think I feel like the only reason why they didn't turn Kevin heel is because, one, they may want him to work with some other upcoming heels. They got, like, Carmelo Hayes. They haven't worked together in like a program feud, so maybe they think they're going to use him somewhere in the future. Or they go, well, the crowd's not like they're turning on Kevin or anything, so it's not like he has a legitimate reason as far as like the crowd reaction. It's not like the crowd is still loving, Kevin Owens. They love his attitude and everything he's got going on, but we'll see what happens there. Moving on to the second match, which was Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill, the WWE versus the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. I think that's right. Is it Women's Tag Team Champions or Women's World? I don't know. There's World and there's Women's. I don't know. Women's Tag Team Champions. Isla Dawn, Alba Fire going in as the champions. The Unholy Union is their tag name. So, again, not going to say blow by blow. You probably heard that from multiple people already. But ultimately what happened in the match was they were building, and as they've done before, right? Because Jade is obviously the less experienced wrestler here. So they were going after the hot tag, building up the hot tag. If you don't know what that is, basically means when they get as much heat on the good guy or baby face as they can, so that when they tag their partner, the crowd loses it, because you've had all that time where they couldn't get the tag, you built it up, you've milked it, and then bam, finally they get the tag, and it's hot tag, because obviously the crowd is hot for the tag, so that's where the term comes from. So yeah, they were basically taking down Bianca and limiting her and stopping her from getting to Jade, and then right when she was about to tag Jade, gets pulled off the apron, or they're cheating while the referee's back is turned because she's handling something on the other end. So doing typical tag team wrestling right there. But yes, that was the whole story, and then Jade did her thing, got him in there, did her power moves, and ultimately the match ended with their finish, which is a wheelbarrow DDT. And then she pushes her off into a German suplex, and then 1, 2, 3, they got the win. I thought I gave the match about a 6, only because this match was fine. Like, it wasn't like they botched or anything. Like, the match was fine. The only issue is they haven't. That match to me would have gotten a 7 had they made the tag team titles mean something. Because the match was fine. But the problem is, if you don't make the match important, they can do all the cool flips and dives they want to, or do all the crazy hot spots. But if nobody cares about, the actual titles on or whose shoulders it's around or waist it's around, then it's kind of hard to, even when it's a good match, it's hard for you to really see how good of a match it really is. But I gave it maybe 6, 6.5, because the crowd, like I said, was making noise. They were giving the match a chance. It wasn't like they were like, here go the women. On my phone. All right. But anyway, yeah, match was about a 6, 6.5. Pretty good match. Or decent match, I should say. Decent match. Everybody did their thing. No, crazy botches or anything. So they're the tag champions again. Only question coming out of this is, are they gonna do anything with those two as the tag team champions? And are they going to make the division matter, which we always end up asking ourselves, so probably the answer is no. But they're tag champions again, and hopefully they can do something with this. I predict maybe they turn Bianca heel, since they're trying to get Jade over as the powerhouse babyface right now. There's time to turn her heel. She's got plenty of time to in her career, but Bianca has been babyface way longer, so I think that's why maybe we see a heel turn from her, if they decide to do such a thing, maybe next year, so that going into WrestleMania, there's your story, Jade and Bianca at WrestleMania. I hope they do something like that. And if I'm not mistaken, Bianca is undefeated at WrestleMania in singles competition. So that would be a big it would be a big win for Jade Cargill and propelling her to that next level of her career. But then also she would be the first woman to beat Bianca in a singles match at WrestleMania. So there's that. But that's just future planning to see maybe that's what they do, and maybe that's how they end up losing the titles. Maybe we see a heel turn on a PLE and she walks away or walks out, or I don't know, something like that to lead to the match at WrestleMania, because we know that Jade and Bianca, that's a WrestleMania match right there. Moving on to the third match of the show, in the middle to what some people was match of the night, wouldn't blame you. The strap match, I think this was the third match if I'm not mistaken. It was the strap, yeah, because I don't think they co-main evented again, right? So strap match. Okay, that sound was if y'all heard that background, it was the air conditioning. But here we go. Strap match between Drew McIntyre and CM Punk. Drew has gotten one win over CM Punk in this feud at SummerSlam, and we predicted that CM Punk was going to win this one. And what happened was it was a strap match, and what that means is you got a strap on one wrist, and then it's a strap that extends a decent length, and you strap your opponent has the strap on his wrist, and you guys have to stay with the strap on your wrist, not the goosebumps like the Rock. That's not what I was trying to do right there. But the wrist is strapped up to your opponent, and so how you win this match: no pinfall, no submissions. You have to touch all four corners without getting interrupted. So touch this corner, touch the corner now, because four corners obviously. So you have to touch all four of the corners in a row without getting interrupted. So basically, if you got stopped in the middle of it and maybe got hit with a move or hit with a punch, then it would interrupt it and you have to start all over again. But apparently in the match, the finish was that Drew, so basically CM Punk was just hitting Drew with GTSs, touching a turnbuckle, getting Drew up, hitting a GTS, touching the turnbuckle, and I think he did a GTS for every time he was about to touch the other turnbuckle. So it was like 4 or 5 GTSs he delivered in this match. And so, yeah, they delivered their finishes back and forth a few times throughout the match. I think the Claymore was delivered like twice. GTS was delivered maybe once or twice. And then it was delivered like 4 times in the finish, because that's how he was getting his revenge there. But, Drew had brought out the bracelet, and, he was, kissing it and, about to, use that against Punk, telling that story. So what happened was, I think right before Punk got the win, he took the bracelet off, or maybe after the match. I think it was to the finish or after the match. Took that bracelet, and he finally got his bracelet back with AJ and Larry, his wife and his dog, and then touched the fourth one, and he got the win, man. He kept hitting Drew with GTS. It was great. He kept hitting Drew with his finish every time he was about to hit a turnbuckle. So he hit all 4 turnbuckles in a row without getting interrupted, and he won the strap match. So we predict that the third match is going to be probably Punk winning, since Drew got the first win. We predict that CM Punk's going to win the entire feud, and Bad Blood is probably going to be, I predict, Hell in a Cell, or maybe like last man standing match, like those not career ending, well, I guess it could end your career, but those feud ending matchups. So I've seen in like a WWE digital where they post like, some recorded footage of the interviewer getting them after the match and press conferences and stuff like that. Punk said he wants to move on for the world title, but we all know Drew ain't gonna let that slide, man. He's not going out on a tie, you know what I mean? So that's what I got happening there. I gave this match, I think, a 9 out of 10. I think 9 close to 10, because there was really nothing else they could have done in this match. Told a great story. Obviously the bracelet was involved. Them wanting to beat the crap out of each other, that was great. And they didn't have to do any over the top moves. I mean, the crowd was feeling it. Like they were, again, this match they were really up for, really electric for. So they didn't even have to do anything over the top. And when literally, they didn't have to go over the top rope, or anything wild like that to get the crowd reaction. That goes to show you how good this story is. But as we predict, we think CM Punk's gonna win the feud. But he won this match, so they're 1-1 right now on the scoreboard. And told a great story. Crowd was electric for this match, and it was good. They did some great stuff right there. So I gave this about a 9 out of 10. Probably, I could possibly say this was match of the night. The story was at an all-time high and everything. So I gave this pretty much the match of the night tagline for me personally. But yeah, good stuff there. And we move on to the next match, which again had a great story involved in it, man. Another one that had a great story involved in it. Here we go. We got Terror Twins of Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley versus Liv Morgan and Dominic. You know the crowd booed Dominic. Gotta love when Dom gets the heat everywhere he goes. So they're booing Dominic over there. Booing Dominic over here. What? Booing Dom in the front row. What? Booing Dom in the cheap seats. What? Booing Dom in the middle row. What? Booing Dom right there, right when you get to the barricade. What? Booing Dom, if a fan was able to escape, he would boo Dom right to his face. What? Dom getting booed by the security guard and he's not even supposed to say anything. What? Alright, I'm done enough of that. But anyway, as you can see, Dom was getting booed. You know what I mean? There was on that man like crazy, booing him, and the faces, all right, the good guys here, Terror Twins, you know, Damian Priest, Rhea Ripley, got a lot of offense in this match. So that kind of led you to think maybe they're not going to get the win, because if they're giving fans all of this joy of seeing Dom and Liv get ragdolled around the ring, you would think that would mean that, maybe because something disappointing is going to happen at the end. That's why you give the crowd the payoff early in the match by having them get all this offense, and then the heels are ultimately going to win. But nope, my prediction was still right in that Terror Twins won the match. I think the finish was I think Ripley hit Liv with a Riptide 1, 2, 3, so she just pinned the champion. So that makes you think maybe she's not going to get the belt back, because she just pinned the champ, right? So maybe she's not going to get the belt back as soon as we think she is. Or maybe she is, you know, you never know what they're going to do there. But yeah, people I know were talking about a move that Liv had hit, and it was like I don't even know how you describe it. It was like the way you get them in the pump handle position, and then she basically did a move where she jumped over and basically got Ripley to like crash high on the back of her neck, where she's right into like a pin, and it was really cool. And I think that should be added to her moveset right there, even if it's not her finish. That definitely to me should be a move added to the arsenal there more often. But that was just the thing that I noticed, that I was like, that was a cool move right there. But Judgment Day interfered in the match. They got handled by Damian Priest. So they built that. They did good on the near falls, building the like, oh man, are they really gonna lose this match? Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley. But no, they got the win. And I think this is gonna lead to Bad Blood being Priest and Balor probably, and then maybe Liv Rhea get the rematch. Since she did pin the champion, I could see that would get her the rematch at Bad Blood. But fun match, man. I think I gave this maybe 8.5, same thing I gave the first match, maybe 8.5, man. Crowd was hot. Liv's been coming into her own as a character, and Liv is like the perfect character to add to Dom's heat as the I guess you could say annoying girlfriend, whatever you want to call her in this situation. This just works perfectly with Dominic's heat. So I hope they're that version of Edge and Lita, I guess you could say. Really is gonna work, man. I hope even when they separate, even if the Judgment Day disbands with like Carlito, JD, and Finn, and they don't all stay together for too long, I hope at least Dom and Liv stay together, because I think that is a good TV dynamic, and it to me does great for the both of them. Both of them get that mutual benefit there. But again, we was almost clean sweep on predictions right here, 4-0, man. So they got the win, and like I said, Bad Blood I think is gonna probably set up Priest and Balor, since they built their matchup. In anticipation for that matchup, I should say, and then maybe a rematch with Rhea and Liv, since she did pin the champion. Here we go, last match. Again, this is what I mean by like they gave these matches time to breathe. There was no match that got cut really short. That's what I mean by the advantage of having 5 matches is you let these matches get that proper time to breathe, because in this last match it most definitely got time to breathe. But forgot to mention in the Cody Rhodes crowd, obviously they did the sung the song, did the whoa, did a loud whoa, which what reminded me of that is his friend Randy Orton also got the crowd singing his song, the I Hear Voices, and they going, they talk to me. The crowd's freaking loving it. But Gunther got a pop as well, you know what I mean? Even though he's Austrian, but I think they both speak German, so there's that close relationship there. I think that's why they, accepted him there, because I think they just have like a close relationship. But they basically accepted him as the hometown hero, you know what I mean? So anyway, yes, Gunther was not getting booed. I think even when they were in the match in the yay boo exchanges, I think Randy was getting the boo part, or for the most part was getting the boo part of the yay boo exchange. Basically means when you punch a guy, the crowd will go yay, and then usually if the heel punches back, they'll go boo. And that's why I said Randy was getting the boos, and they accepted Gunther more here, even though they did like Randy Orton as well. But Here we go. Match was hard hitting. You saw the sweat fly off the chops. And by the way, Ludwig Kaiser did get to introduce Gunther. You know, and the crowd loved Ludwig Kaiser. He is German. And yeah, they loved him over there. He did the entrance for Gunther. But shout out to Samantha for doing her thing for Randy and the rest of the people on the show. And Ludwig said I had to get my boy right. But anyway, I guess I'll call one spot that happened in the match. Randy does his belly to back suplex, as we know, on the announce table, where he, you know, gets the guy's arm over his neck and then raises them up and plants them on the announce table multiple times. He did one where he set up the steps on the outside, and he did the same move, except he stood on top of the steps and did it and dropped Gunther right through the table. That was a nasty spot. Couldn't have felt comfortable for Gunther. And again, shout out to these guys, Gunther and Randy. They're both smooth, know what they're doing, smart when it comes to in-ring psychology. And I mean, they didn't have to do any, like I said, they didn't have to do any flips and crazy dives or anything like that, which is not, I'm not against people doing like those athletic moves. I mean, they're impressive, but it's even more impressive when your character is so over with the audience that simple wrestling moves and psychology will get them to react like crazy, which is the whole point, so that you can have a longer career. But anyway, match ended with a chokehold from Gunther, and Orton was able to get out of it, but I noticed that Orton didn't roll out. You know, he had Gunther on his back delivering a choke, and he broke it up by jumping backwards and to break it up. But then I noticed, I said, Randy didn't move out the way. I think Gunther's gonna hook it back in, and that's what happened. After he got him off his back by just dropping backwards, he grabbed him, hooked him right in for the choke again, and that was the finish. And Randy did not tap. He passed out. Gunther retained his world championship. So I was 5-0 on predictions, man. Crazy. I was 7-0 at WrestleMania. So maybe we got a little streak going on here, man. Can I get the third pay-per-view where I get all of the predictions right? But anyway, yeah, good stuff. Surprisingly, last thing I'm gonna say, and we out of here. Surprisingly, Gunther shook hands with Randy. Now I know some people are like, well, Gunther's a heel, man. This match is ruined. It's terrible because why is Gunther shaking people's hand? That's not Gunther. This match was freaking ruined. It was trash. Now forget everything I said good about it. And I'm like, relax, man. I feel like, you know, that's happened before, by the way, where like a heel is kind of accepted as a babyface in his home territory, so he's able to get away with doing, I guess you could say, something that would come off a little more babyface-ish. You know what I mean? And the crowd freaking loved him here. So that's why I said I kind of was okay with it, because at least he was in his home country where he was kind of accepted as a babyface anyway. So it's like that Bret Hart in Canada, right? He's going to be accepted as a babyface there. So even if he's a heel, he can kind of be a babyface there specifically. And that's what kind of Gunther was here by shaking Orton's hand and not attacking him afterwards. So I was okay with it. You know, some people are going to blow that out of proportion. But again, like I said, if it was just randomly, yeah, that would say absolutely not. But I mean, him being in his hometown where he's accepted as a babyface, or home area where he's accepted as a hero over there by the crowd anyway, you can kind of get away with doing a little bit of babyface-ish type of thing, you know. Anyway, that was Bash in Berlin, man. Gave that last match, probably would give that a maybe. I guess you give that. I think you might be able to give that a 8. You know, it wasn't nothing crazy match of the year contender. I didn't feel that when I was watching it, so I give that maybe a 8. Good main event, good wrestling there, but yeah, I gave the match 8.5 with Liv and Dom and all of them because the match was just so fun and exciting and the crowd was so into it. So that's why I had to give it that. But anyway, fun show. Probably overall, after I've rated all of this, it's probably going to get an 8 out of 10. Rated overall 8, close to 9. So, yeah, but I'm about to watch NXT No Mercy, man. So, I shall see y'all in the next one. I'm trying to think if there's anything I wanted to say. Nah, I don't think there's anything else I want to say before I head out. But look, at the end I say, see, yep. Got too ahead of myself. At the end of the day, what can I say? It is what it is. What it's going to be is the part of G. Making sure you guys get more of these videos out, and we're going to keep rocking it. I just posted, I did a 5-hour live stream and a actual, and then I uploaded a Fortnite video I did yesterday with my cousin. So y'all go check that out, and we run this thing up. But until then, you have heard from the man, the only man that matters in the community, in the YouTube space, and that is coming from the one man you should trust. This is DJ White. So without further ado, let's get it. Till I see you young boys and girls in the next one.